Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Slop Shelf. I'm Max, this is Jared.
Yeah, we're back at it again.
We're back at it again.
I think you can look at the time and the clocks. Guess what? The championships are on for our favorite sport.
Rollerball! I don't know much about sports. I'm not really a sports guy. You're a sports guy. You know sports.
Oh,
We're talking
yeah.
about rollerball, by the way.
Talking about rollerball, which...
Starring James Caan, not the one starring the dude from American Pie.
What?
Yeah, there's a reboot one. We'll get to it.
Okay, so James Caan is in this, and dude, you can just tell that this guy's a fucking actor.
Oh, yeah.
Even though we've talked about...
Oh, yeah. Rollerball your way over to that like and subscribe button. Hit that like and subscribe button. Transition. High five me.
That was terrible. I have an opinion about this movie. And
Speak on it.
I don't know if it's a popular opinion or not, but in terms of fake movie sports, this is the best one.
Oh, this blows Quidditch out of the water.
Oh,
this is a million times better than Quidditch. The rules actually
make sense.
They do make sense, and you can pick them up. Like
I picked them up in the first rollerball match. They're very well thought out rules.
So we follow Jonathan, played by James Caan.
Jonathan E.
Jonathan E. It's never said what his last name is. Something with an E. Yeah. Doesn't really matter.
Sonny Corleone himself. He is the rollerball champion of the world. Listen, this movie is basically a biopic about Tom Brady before Tom Brady was a thing.
Yes, this movie came out in 1975, which is 2 years pre-Star Wars. This is a sci-fi movie. It takes place in the far-off future of 2018.
Oh,
all
man.
right.
You guys remember 2018?
It hasn't happened yet. It's in the future.
I know, but I remember things like Big Chungus. That was big during 2018.
Oh yeah. What else was big during 2018?
Fuck, I have no idea.
Big Chungus does not make an appearance in this movie, though.
He doesn't. They didn't predict Reddit.
No, they did not predict Reddit or Big Chungus.
But you know what they did predict?
What?
Are the corporations taking over?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. The corporations have taken over the world. The corporate wars have happened. Countries don't exist anymore. It's implied that the corporations kind of took over everything. And all of these corporate head guys, they're all talking to each other. They're a bunch of executives in the room. And everyone's goal in life is to become an executive. That's like the highest honor.
God, it's just like real life.
Oh my God, dude. And these executives, they have created the game of rollerball for the specific reason of entertaining the masses and reminding them that
they do not matter.
They do not matter, and individual achievement is nothing. And all that matters is your team and getting your team ahead. And your team is whatever corporation owns you.
Yeah, the teams are like, yeah, it's Houston, so you may think like, oh, is there like Houston Pride? No, it's Houston Energy.
They're Houston Energy.
They're an energy company. It's awesome. Rollerball, like I said earlier, the best fictional sport. And I can't believe that we don't have it. I mean, obviously, okay, the killing part.
Well, I'll get... You know what? We'll do it right now. Here's an insane part of trivia. The point of this movie is it's anti-violent. This is a very violent movie. The director, Norman Jewison, who also directed Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh my God.
Right? These corporations are evil. Big shocker there. They predicted that correctly. And all of these corporations are like, they have like this room where they have all these TVs and they all like make decisions for the world, because it turns out that all these corporations that you think are like different corporations are actually all
it's just
in
one big thing.
They're all in cahoots. They're all friends with each other. So the guy you think is the CEO is actually taking orders from the conglomerate, which might be the supercomputer that you meet later. Not really important. You can't read books anymore. You can only read the transcribed versions. It's 1984.
There must be some mistake. The books you've ordered are classified and have been transcribed and summarized.
Well, who summarized it?
I suppose the computer summarized it.
You know, they've rewritten history. They rewrite all the books.
But at the same time, it's also Brave New World. They've commodified comfort. Like, that's the only reason to live nowadays. People they take like little aphrodisiac mints.
They don't really
to be happy.
They don't really explain what those little mints are that they're doing. It reminds me of another one of my favorite movies, which came out 2 years before this one, Soylent Green. And the thing that really reminded me about Soylent Green was that the women in this movie, there are 3 of them. Yes, they have names. No, they do not talk to each other.
Come on.
I'm just getting ahead of it. It's the 70s, all right? There's 3 women in the movies, and all 3 of them have names. This is pretty good. The women are like traded around like commodities. They're like a car, basically. They give you a girl to be with, and she's like assigned to you or to another rollerball player or to a corporate executive or whoever. And then and when somebody above you wants that girl, they take her away from you and they assign her to him.
James Caan's first, like the wife before he had
the
the
girl he fell in love with.
That girl was taken by a corporate executive. He was like, I want her.
Yeah.
And then the whole time James Caan's depressed. He's like, oh, they keep giving me like replacement women. But
Yeah,
I'm not
who he
satisfied.
fucking hates, by the way.
He hates all of them.
Because none of them love him. He's like, oh, this girl loved me, but in Soylent Green, they don't even call women. They're like furniture. So when you buy a new house, the girl comes with it. She'll like make you food and stuff. And that's what I kind of feel like they're doing here. Is these women are commodities, and they're okay with it because luxury is the only thing left to pursue in this world. They mentioned that there isn't any starvation or poverty,
or sickness,
or any of that. I don't know how true that is. We don't see a lot of the world. We only see
glimpses.
A little bit.
We see a lot of empty places.
Yeah, this is just monumentally a bleak world where everyone is so awful. It just sucks. The directors talked about how he was really inspired by Clockwork Orange for a lot of the pacing.
Oh, I can see that.
And the brutal architecture and just showing this massive concrete
structures,
obelisks. Yeah. And also 2001 with the Space Odyssey with the music choice, because it's a lot of classical music in this movie. It's a little jarring because we've since associated this song with Dracula. I don't think it was associated with Dracula at the time.
I don't think so.
And so, but now to today's audience, you're like, why is this movie about sports have Dracula here? Also, the girl comes in when they go to that big party, she's wearing that big Dracula suit, and then she takes off.
I want to talk about the costumes for a second.
The costumes are going
rock.
nuts. They're crazy.
James
man.
Caan he has this hat that he keeps wearing.
God. It's the worst hat in movies.
In every scene, he's either pawning off the hat or some guy's taking the hat.
Yeah, he's like, take this extra hat. And like, it sucks. And he throws it out to the crowd early on in the movie, and I leaned over to you and I was like, I would not have that. I'd throw it back. That's a disgusting hat. I don't even like hats, but this is bad.
I have a theory about the hat. I think the director wanted James Caan to wear the hat, and then the producer was like, that hat's so fucking stupid. And he before the scene started, he was like, hey, just take the hat away from him. It'll work. Don't worry.
I have a different theory. I think that the director wore that kind of hat in real life, and everyone said it was stupid, and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna make the coolest guy in the future wear that hat. It's a bad hat. The costumes for the rollerball, they look like football. They're basically wearing football gear pretty much. They're wearing with roller skates.
It's an amalgamation of football gear and rollerblading gear,
and motorcycle gear also.
Yeah, it's a combination of those three. However, rollerball itself is a combination of football
and roller derby
and pinball
and MMA
and MMA and hockey and sort of lacrosse. Yeah, motocross, lacrosse.
It's basically, you got to get this steel ball. There's a lot of nuanced rules. We won't get into all the nuanced rules, but basically,
there's this big lumpy ball that they shoot out.
There's a solid steel ball that's like the size of an apple that they shoot at 120 miles an hour.
There's a role on the team called the catcher. They have a big scooper.
Yeah, they got a big scooper. It's like they're the guy from Tron with scoop ball.
And then you have to pass the steel ball in order to get into the goal.
Yeah.
You can either rollerblade there, or you have, on your team, you have guys on motorcycles, and they have
you can grab onto the back so they can give you a little speed boost, and then you jump up and try to get it in the goal.
It's a very structurally sound sport. It makes a lot of sense.
It's pretty simple on those levels. They have other rules that then get taken away.
Yeah, and there's certain penalties for things.
Yeah. It's like 3 minutes. It's a lot like hockey, which you love. When you do a foul, the other team doesn't get points. You just get thrown into the penalty box.
Yeah.
So you gotta take 3 minutes out of the game, which means that you can make the trade. Okay, this guy's playing too good. I'll take him out, take the penalty for 3 minutes, and get back on the field and injure him. And then we see in the first game they are doing substitutions like crazy.
Oh yeah, it's a constant revolving door.
Oh, absolutely. It's all the time.
It's definitely a sport that if it was real, I would watch it because there's so much there's so much kinetic energy behind it. It feels nonstop.
Yes.
And that's helped because there's motorcycles on the track.
Yeah, there are motorcycles on the team. And this sport is very dangerous, and the whole movie is about how dangerous the sport is. It's kind of, the director has talked about how it's the future version of gladiators. And there's a lot of Roman influences, just like there are a lot of Roman influences in another movie that we both really like, Megalopolis. We'll talk about it one day eventually.
Oh, one day.
People come up to me and ask, am I stupid for not liking Megalopolis? And I go, a little. But it's okay. We'll get to it when we talk about Megalopolis. Anyway, this is like modern gladiator stuff. It's to keep the public docile. They want James Caan to retire because he's too good at rollerball.
He's too good. He's becoming like the individual.
He's LeBron James of rollerball.
But unlike basketball, where there's other players, like there's at least like Steph Curry, there's at least like other players, there's no individual like clear second place.
Yeah, he is
to James
head
Caan.
and shoulders above everybody else at this sport.
Yeah, he is individualism. And the corporations are like, oh my god, we gotta crush this guy.
Yeah.
So,
and they ask him to retire in this weird empty room full of like
crystals.
Knives just hanging down. He cuts his finger on it.
Yeah, James Caan like tries to get in and he's like, oh sorry boss, your chandelier that's at people height cutting.
It's so ridiculous, man.
But it's so funny that the corporations, that they ask nicely. And they're like, can you please retire? And he's like, no, I don't want to. And then they're like,
we already announced that you're going to retire, so you kind of have to retire or else we're going to be embarrassed. He's like, you should have asked me first. And they go, well,
okay, we're going to change the rules of the game.
Yeah, we're going to change the rules of the game. It's very clear to the audience. It's not clear to him yet. He's not the smartest guy.
No.
He learns and he figures it out. He's not stupid, but he's not the smartest guy.
Well, he got injured a lot in the past. He's been playing the sport for 10 years.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got...
You can't blame him for not getting the
This dude's
memo.
got like CTE premium.
He comes to the conclusion that the audience already came to at the beginning of the film at the end of the film.
Yes.
But the whole time...
Which is that they're changing the rules of rollerball to kill him specifically.
Yeah, but... At the same time, this movie, you said it when we were watching it, but this movie's very, like, slow and methodical.
It was of the time that was a lot more... Movies back then were slower than they are now.
Yeah.
And this was inspired by Stanley Kubrick, who was very slow moving stuff. But this movie, it is a little bit tough to watch.
It's a little tough, but at the same time, I was never mad at James Caan's character for not getting it.
Yeah.
Because I kept cutting him leeway. Because every time there's a stretch of 40 minutes where he's pontificating about like, why would they be doing this? It cuts to rollerball and him like getting bashed in the head. You're like, oh, I get it. Yeah, it's fine.
One of the features of the rollerball outfit is this like gladiator gauntlet. It's called a Kestis. It's basically a studded glove. The Tokyo team uses the studded glove and punches his best friend in the back of the head, giving him permanent brain damage and putting him into an unresponsive state.
Yeah, he's a vegetable.
Absolutely, like, just a hunk of meat at that point.
Yeah.
And they go, James Caan, please allow us to turn the...
Can we kill him?
Yeah, can we, like...
Pull the plug?
Pull the plug. It's really expensive. And he goes, no, you're going to keep him alive forever.
Technically dead.
Yes, unfortunately. His heart and lungs will function, but his brain is, it has expired.
And they're like, why? That's
That's so... And also, yeah, that's the wrong decision, dude. You're dooming him to a living hell.
Oh my god, if I ever become a vegetable, pull the plug immediately.
I got you.
Thanks.
I got you.
That sounds like a fate worse than death.
Oh my
Just
god.
being stuck. I also want to bring up another facet of this movie that I think is very interesting, especially for the 70s, because we're talking about the best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the fact that this movie, unlike a lot of sports movies, a lot of these movies are very much like very macho, like these big tough guys, and they're getting the fucking work done.
And there's a lot of that in this movie.
There's a lot of that in this movie, but a lot of those movies...
There's also a lot of bare man bottoms.
So that's what I'm going to talk about. This movie is very homoerotic.
Oh, yeah.
But unlike a lot of sports movies where it's homoerotic unintentionally, this feels very intentional. These guys are laying on top of each other.
Yeah, there's a scene where they're getting massage when they're in Tokyo.
They're getting massages and they make man sandwiches.
Oh yeah, it's weird.
But
there's a scene where he's like watching an old video of him and his wife, and his like coach
his trainer is there and
just hanging out with them. I'm like, did Did they have a threesome?
Probably, dude.
Maybe.
I don't know what that says about the movie. I just wanted to point that out. Like, for the 70s, like, that's pretty freaking woke.
I did notice that. I thought it was. I didn't think it was as intentional as you think it is, but now that you say that, that's a good point.
There's and another thing to speak about is that unlike a lot of movies that take place during this time period, there's a lot of diversity in like these extras.
There is. That was intentional. So
cool.
Because there is no poverty and there is no other things, the directors talked about, I think it was either the director or the writer, mentioned that racism does not really exist in this world anymore.
Like
because
Star Trek rules.
Yes, there is no reason to keep each other down. Everyone's just chasing their own personal pleasure, and that doesn't really involve systemic racism in this world. The real world, we're not going to get into that. That's not for us to talk about. We're talking about this movie specifically. They did want to do one thing, though. When they go to Tokyo, they wanted to make sure that the fans were Asian. Yes. And they shot this movie in Germany. This was the largest set ever built on location when this movie was made.
The rollerball rink. Can put that up on the screen. That's impressive.
It's big. They used a big stadium in Germany. And I don't know if you know this about Germany, not a big Asian population. So they were worried that they were not going to be able to fill the stands. So what they did, this is true, they sent out flyers to all the hotels in the area saying,
they're all tourists?
Are there any Asians here that want to be in a movie? And that's how they filled the stands. They just said, you're Asian, you got the gig.
Dude, that's really cool because those extras, especially when they pretend to be in Japan, they're like choreographed. They're doing like...
Dude, they are locked in.
Dude, they're good.
Yes, there is one guy who jumps the fence who I'm pretty sure that guy was hired on.
He's probably an actor.
Yeah, but
everyone else.
That all of those crowd shots in Tokyo are all extras that were just like had a free day in Munich at that time.
Fun.
That's awesome, dude. That's so cool. Now, the brutality of Rollerball is very important to this movie. It is an anti-violence film. As the games go on, there are harder and harder hits, and the stunt team on this movie is going all out. This is insane stunt work because this is before CGI, so there is no...
People are flipping over on roller skates, getting hit by motorcycles.
Getting lit on fire. It's just ridiculous. And the scene when the guy gets punched in the back of the head, they had to have punched him in the back of the head for real. Probably not with a studded glove, but they had to actually punch him. The way that his face moves in slow motion, there's no way to do it without punching a guy in the back of the head for real. So props to the stunt team. And this stunt team was so good that this movie is the reason stunt people are credited. This is the first movie ever released to credit the stunt team in the actual on-screen credits. There's a rumor that somebody died in the stunt team. That's not true. A lot of people did go to the hospital though.
I could tell.
It's insane.
Because they're hitting the ground hard and there's no way to like put mats underneath some of these people.
Yeah, because they have to also roll on it and drive a motorcycle on there. So it has to be sturdy and hard wood.
Yeah, so they just leave the set as is, but...
These guys are tumbling all over the place. And there's the most brutal hit of the whole movie that made us both like wince is this guy gets like dragged up the hill and like set down in front of the track of the ball and it hits him in the head and you hear go kunk. And we both were like, oh,
because I saw that thing in the pinball launcher and I was like, it would be a travesty if some guy didn't get hit in the head with that.
Boom, baby. That's exactly what they were thinking.
Yes.
Now, there's a small scene in this movie that encapsulates the larger theme of violence is one of the last luxuries that these people have to chase. And it's when a bunch of people go outside with a gun and just shoot at trees and like light them on fire. And one woman is then horrified that she's now destroyed life for her own pleasure, which is the theme of the movie. It's Rollerball. That's what is happening with Rollerball. And the gun that they are holding is specifically designed to look like the launcher. They took a real gun and really designed it to do that for symbolism.
Oh, that's funny. And it's really funny because they shoot the gun and it looks like a little flintlock and and then they shoot it, and it's like a bazooka.
Yeah, dude, it explodes. Everything is way more violent than you would expect. As each successive game, they start taking more and more rules away because they want to kill James Caan's character. They don't want to kill him at first. They want to take him out of the game. So they say,
yeah, they want to injure him to a point where he can no longer play. He can no longer be a symbol to the people.
Yeah, and they can't just crash his plane on accident because then he becomes the greatest rollerball player who ever lived. So he has to lose in game. For the Japanese game, they say limited substitutions
and no penalties.
No penalties.
No penalties is crazy. I think
insane. Penalties.
That's right. No penalties. Limited substitutions. You can handle it. Beat Tokyo. That's it. All we got to do is change our tactics. That's it. Always been rule changes. Now, like you know that. Gets more people to watch the game. That's all there is to it.
I think you could have just done no penalties to begin with, and you probably would have gotten the same outcome. Mm-hmm. But, god damn, dude. The second that they say no penalties, all the Japanese players look at each other and they're like, okay.
Oh, and then also there's a lot of casual racism in this movie, mostly by the best friend character. Yeah. He's kind of like the lunkhead guy. He keeps mentioning how like the Japanese team is all these small little guys and it's no problem. And the Japanese guys are the ones who kill him. But they bring in this Asian guy to teach them about karate and hapkido. Does the Japanese team use any karate or hapkido in the match?
Man, they just smash into people.
They're just smashing into people. They're just rolling in, crushing people. Every single hit of this game is like, if you ever watch a football hardest hits highlight reel, that's every 5 seconds in this game. I don't know how anyone plays this game for more than like 3 games before you're dead.
But the thing is with rollerball is that I can see that the first match where they actually have rules still.
Yeah.
I could see someone getting a nice, maybe like a 1 or 2 year career out of it. I don't know how James Caan even managed to survive for 10 years. That is fucking crazy.
Ridiculous.
He must have been a scooper.
He must have been scooping that hoop.
Yeah, he was a scooper for 9 years.
They just by process of elimination, he became like the main guy on the team.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, you're good at scooping, 9 years. Why don't you try your hand at actually playing? And then he plays, and they're like,
it just happens to be okay. He's just having like a really lucky season or whatever. One of the other things that I wanted to talk about.
Well, I have a little question before we continue.
Okay.
If you were on a rollerball team, which position would you like to play?
Get me that scooper, baby.
You're gonna be the scooper?
I'm gonna be the scooper because here's my strategy as the scooper.
Let's hear it.
I scoop the ball up. I hand it off to the guy. I sit down.
Perfect.
I want nothing to do with this.
You don't want to be the motorcycle guy?
No, I don't want to be the motorcycle guy because you see that guy gets fucking drop kicked by Moon Pie. He comes down. You're telling me you want a 250-pound man to throw his full weight at you while you're riding a motorcycle?
That's what the motorcycle's for. You crash into them and kill them. You run them over.
That does happen in this movie a couple times.
Yeah, that's what I would be. That's the one I feel like I would have the most defense on. I would be like, yeah, I have like a giant motor vehicle. Get out of the way.
Yeah, but those guys keep catching on fire in this movie.
Yeah, because they're not good at what they're doing.
Well, yeah, it's probably their first game because these guys, the turnover rate is so high.
No, I'm built different. I'm riding the motorcycle and I see the guy like coming at me. He's like, I'm gonna tackle the guy with the motorcycle. I'm like, I'm braking, I'm spinning around, and I'm ramming into him.
This movie, when it came out, was a moderate hit. People really liked it. And so...
I could see people liking the movie, but I can also see people maybe not vibing with the movie. I'm also considering, like, at the time.
Yeah. Well, also, I first saw this movie when I was 9, and I thought it was awesome. Because I'm 9, and rollerball's cool as fuck. So... I did not understand the deeper themes of nonviolence. I thought that the scene where they went out and shot the tree was weird. I didn't understand it.
You were sitting there and you're like, where's
the rollerball?
Where's the rollerball?
Why are they not doing rollerball? So after this movie comes out, the director, he gets a call. And some sports promoters, and they're like, hey, we want to buy the rights to rollerball and
make it real.
Make it real. And he says to them, did you watch the movie? And they say, yes, we loved it. The rollerball was incredible. And he goes, you're stupid. And he hangs up the phone.
Listen, I might be stupid because I'm on the side of the sports promoters.
Dude, you cannot have this game. Nobody, this is
Put
not...
on, like, ESPN3 or whatever.
I don't even know how football is allowed in today's society.
Because football's cool.
We're going to get into a whole thing about CTE and, like, exploitation of at-risk youths for profit.
Listen, I'm not at risk, and my brain's fine. I love watching people get tackled and shit, man.
Also, the theme of nonviolence is really not hidden in this movie. Like, it's hard to miss.
They hammer it home so much.
I missed it my first time because, again, I was 9. So
I would say after the first 40 minutes of the movie, I got it. And I was like, I wonder what, like, questions the rest of the movie's gonna bring up, because it's a very philosophical movie.
Nothing.
They keep harping
It's mostly
back.
that. It's also all that.
Yeah, it's just all that. I want to bring up my favorite. I don't even know what to call this scene in the movie, but it's the scene and James Caan goes to Geneva and he's like, I'm gonna consult with the computer.
Oh, and he meets this. He's been looking for information this whole time
about the corporate wars, about why decisions are made, specifically about like him, but like at large.
Yeah, and
so
nobody knows, nobody can tell him. They're all like, oh,
everyone
we don't have
keeps
information.
referring him to like these data centers, and they're like, the main one's in Geneva. So he's like, fuck it, I have money. I'll just go.
I
to
have my
Geneva.
own helicopter. Sure, I'll go to Geneva. So he goes there, and he meets an insane scientist, man.
And the insane scientist is like, oh, we just lost all the information about the 13th century.
And he's like, no, it's nothing important, just Dante.
But we lost those computers with all of the 13th century in them. Not much in the century, just Dante and a few corrupt popes. But it's so distracting and annoying.
Dante's Inferno was kind of a big deal.
Well, I think that little tidbit, I think, plays into like this idea of the corporations only want to spread the propaganda of comfort and wellness. Okay. So they just lost the idea of hell.
Oh, okay. I didn't even catch that. That's really good. That's fantastic, actually.
So they go to the computer, and the computer's like a giant like liquid cooling system.
Dude, it's just some tubes.
It's just tubes filled with water, and they're like, yeah, we run the
very liquid, HAL 9000.
We run the liquid through the information, and it tells us information. So go ahead, James Caan, ask a question. James Caan goes, okay, why do executives make the decisions they do? And then the computer's like, wrong, no. James Caan asked it the one wrong question.
And then the computer breaks, and the scientist guy's like, you have to tell him you know everything!
He just starts kicking the computer.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
And he... Don't kick the main computer that houses the entire world's knowledge.
Dude, you could break the Library of Alexandria in the digital age. Don't do that.
That's not you're the guy who's protecting this. You should know that of anyone.
Yeah, James Caan, even at that point, is like, it's all right.
He's like, I don't need it. It's fine. And well, the other thing that I really like is that the computer spits out the same line that we get today in the real world.
Answer.
Corporate decisions are made by corporate executives. Corporate executives make corporate
I know we have
decisions.
The answers. We do have
Knowledge converts
the
to
waters
power.
of history.
Energy equals genius.
Meaning.
Power is knowledge. Genius is energy.
And it's actually the same line that the main executive, Bartholomew, keeps saying to him in the beginning of the movie. I think it's like word for word the same thing that they say.
It definitely is really close. And I love that because it implies that it's the view that all of these executives have, and this applies to the real world too. Every executive thinks that they are the smartest guy in the room. But without fail, they are almost always the dumbest.
They're always the dumbest.
And the most evil.
And they answer to someone who is also as dumb as them and is also as evil.
Yes.
And they keep going up the chain until they get to the computer, and then finally you can ask the computer, hey,
and the computer doesn't know.
And the computer just regurgitates the same shit because it's just been corrupted.
It's almost like
by these corporations.
Yes, it's almost like AI in today's world will just tell you what you want to hear. It doesn't care about the facts. It'll just be like, that's a really good point. Here's this. Here's this. Here's this. And you know what? You're right. And that's all that they want to hear. And it's just stroking them off the whole time.
Isn't it great that Google's useless now?
I fucking hate it. I try to Google something. It gives me some fucking AI bullshit. I hate it. I can't stand it. I can't stand it, Jared. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I got a little animated there.
Dude, this movie's so prophetic.
Oh my god. It reminds me of, there's a scene in the final Resident Evil movie of the main 6 where after they end the whole world, there's just a bunch of corporate executives in a room and they're like, we did it, guys.
We ended
we
the
accomplished everything and we are now the richest people ever in history. And it's like, now what? Now what do? You have to live in a bunker and eat fucking beans forever.
Yummy beans.
That sucks, dude. That's awful. That's terrible.
I just want to say the end of the movie was so depressing.
Oh,
when
yes,
the music cuts out the whole time. Every time there's a rollerball segment in this movie, people are cheering. They're going Jonathan, or they're saying Houston, or the name of the city. At the end of the movie, when it becomes silent, wow,
masterclass in visual storytelling. That final rollerball match is incredible because he goes out. And this is the part in a sports movie where he gives the big pump-up speech, like, we got to do it, we're going to beat him.
Yeah.
And he comes out and the team is all looking at him like, what are we going to do? You know, your friend died and this is our final match of the season.
Dude, they all look so defeated and depressed. And
he goes up and you think he's going to give this big speech and just rolls away.
Yeah.
And says nothing and doesn't say another word for the rest of the movie. The only thing that happens, there's like a little exchange between the two coaches, like, what the hell kind of game you're playing? This was never a game!
Ain't nobody gonna win this game! Game? This wasn't meant to be a game! Never!
Listen, if you're gonna watch the movie for any particular reason, I feel like you have to watch it just for that ending, like, scene, the last rollerball match.
It's really good.
It's really good.
And the tension just goes up and up and up. And there's a lot of, like, looks between James Caan and the corporate guy and his team and all of these things, and they don't need to talk to each other because you get what they're doing. These guys are really good actors and you can understand exactly the things that they are saying to each other with their emotions and with their eyes.
I'll say this about the movie. I think that out of all the movies we watched on Slop Shelf so far, this has the best ending. Like, him just, like, slowly rolling towards the camera and then it stops. Like, usually in a sports movie, that's, like, the triumphant. You're holding the guy up. Everyone's fucking cheering. It's just him just sadly rollerblading away.
The woman he loved was paid to love him. His best friend is dead. The sport he loves is a sham.
Everyone that he's placed his confidences in are either they don't know anything or they're vegetable or, yeah, they're just compromised.
Yeah, it's so depressing. And the crowd starts to cheer for him, but he doesn't care.
I'm not going to say that I recommend this movie.
I will. I'll recommend this one.
Okay, I also recommend
I'm not giving it the gold star yet.
No.
I don't think it's that good. I'll recommend it, but it's no gold star.
You need to go into this with a very open mind that this movie, like, in comparison to today's movies, it's going to be slow.
Yes.
They are going to hammer home the point to you, but god damn it, it's a really good point.
Yeah, fuck, dude. And they didn't get it. In the reboot, it's more focused on action and being cool.
I could see that because when we were looking to watch this, the remake is
also
next to it. And the thumbnail for that, it looks a lot more action-packed.
Oh, it's bad, dude. It's the kind of movie that has WWE wrestlers in it. Before that was okay.
Dude, we were close to watching it. I remember a few days ago we were talking about like what we were gonna watch for this episode, and we were like, let's finally do Rollerball. We've been talking about it, and you were like, let's watch the bad one because that's usually what we do. We watch the bad movies, especially remakes.
Yeah.
But thank God there's a paywall. There's a paywall. We didn't
want to pay that $3.
Yeah, I could just get it for free on Amazon Prime.
Yeah. James Caan has some things to say about this movie. When asked to elaborate a little bit on his role in Rollerball, he said, quote, "It's 94 minutes long." That's hilarious. Why he doesn't like it, I don't know. But my favorite part of that quote of "it's 94 minutes," wrong.
It's just wrong.
It's just incorrect.
It's a 2-hour movie.
It's so fucking far off.
It's 2 hours.
He hates this movie. Dude, I don't know why he hates this movie.
Do you think when they
just like Ryan Reynolds with Green Lantern?
Do you think when they screened it for him, they were like, okay, he hates it so much, let's cut like a 90-minute cut?
Maybe, man. I want to close with a quote from the director. Director Norman Jewison once stated that The movie could be taken as a metaphor for the creative artists struggling against the corporate mediocrity of Hollywood and the executive groupthink therein.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's pretty good, man.
That sums up the movie.
I mean, I thought it was more about anti-violence, but this guy made the movie, so maybe there's like more than one movie.
The movie's about how football bad.
Yeah, football is bad, and everyone's getting brain damage. All right, thanks for watching Slop Shelf. This has been a fun episode. I love Rollerball. We're going to do the reboot eventually.
Oh, God, we are?
Eventually, I don't know when.
Oh, shit.
I don't know, maybe when there's another gap in big releases that we can cram out SEO. You know?
Oh, yeah.
We'll figure something out when there's no other big movies coming out.
Next time on Slop Shelf, watch me place money on sports betting websites and lose $500. I'm Jared.
I'm Max. Bye.